This is DX Central Live. This is DX Central Live. This is DX Central Live.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boys. It sound right, boy.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube Search DX Central.
Keep up with DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the Gulf South,
to your corner of the world.
this is DX Central Live.
Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
Welcome to DX Central Live. It's Sunday night here in the North Shore Studios in Mandeville, Louisiana. And we are here for DX Central Live. Get a little adjustment here on the- There we go. Did some reworking this week in the shack. Got my new 32-inch monitor to replace the 27-inch that went out. Got my additional vactrol in. So now all my CASs are now vactrol controlled. We hooked up the phaser. We put up the other W6 LVP loop. So now we got both of those going. And the rotor to go with it. So I had to do some reworking in the shack a little bit to make everything kind of fit and be able to kind of situate here on the desktop. So, yeah, there you go. Got a little extra room, so to speak. And I made it real nice and convenient, too, because now with this one remote control, I can turn both of my W6 LVP loops at the exact same time. So I don't have to sit here and hold down two buttons. I can just push one button, and they both move at the same time, which we'll test out tonight. We'll have that over on the Elad FDMS3. I moved the northwest and the northeast CASs back over to the Perseus. And we have the north-south CAS now on the RSPdx. So we'll be playing with some of that tonight, doing some of those different configurations, trying it out. We have the MFJ 1026 phaser now with the W6 LVP loops, so we can phase those together and do some cool stuff and hunt for DX that way. Great night of FMDX last night down here in the Gulf South. We had a really nice Tropo opening. I heard all the way down to Reynosa on 93.1 XHAAA. La Caliente. Heard them last night around 4 o'clock in the morning, my time. That tells you what I was doing last night. 587 miles. That's a new record for me for Tropo from Mandeville. So very cool. And we're supposed to have another possible opening up tonight as well. So make sure you follow us over here on Twitter, twitter.com/DXCentral. I'll be posting anything that I hear on FM, not just tonight, but throughout the season on my Twitter feed, because streaming Twitter, streaming FMDX, kind of difficult to do with copyright stuff. We talked about that. Also, don't forget here on YouTube, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon so you can be notified when new videos and live streams are coming up. And I'll be posting some air checks. I already posted the XHAAA. It's a mouthful. I already posted that air check today, so that air check is now up if you want to hear La Caliente, 587-mile Tropo catch on FM. And then also don't forget DX Central Online. That's our website address. So you can come up and find some more information about DX, whether you're new to AMDX, if you're an old pro. I try to kind of make sure there's something there for everybody. So definitely check out dxcentralonline.com for more information about, dxcentralonline.com. That's the right website. So you can find out more information about DXing. We have our glossary of terms. We have our abbreviation list, band scans, equipment reviews, propagation stuff for AM and for FM. It's all there. So definitely go check it out. Again, dxcentralonline.com. But what you guys are here for tonight is the live AMDX, and we're going to be getting started on that here in just a few moments. So at the top of the hour, we've been doing 999 to 1053 this week as far as our frequency challenge. So a nice little swath hopefully you guys have had fun with that. I know I have. Managed to add a couple of new ones to the logbook this week. So as usual, if you've added a new station to your logbook that you've never heard before, a new state or a new country, let us know up in the live chat, and we'll get you in here with a nice celebration here in a bit after the top of the hour. So make sure you let us know that. And also, in the chat, let us know what you've been hearing, what you're listening to now, where are you at. If you got a frequency you want us to check out, especially if it's in that 999 to 1053 range, let us know, and we'll jump in there and check it out. So... let's see, there's a lot of stuff to get out of the way. Let's see, did I cover everything? We got the vactrol set up. We got the W6 LVP loop set up on the rotor. We got all that now situated. Got my label maker out just a few minutes ago and was putting my labels on my boxes here to update where everything is at. So we're good there. I think I told you guys last week the ferrite rods came in for the FSL antenna, so that'll be my summer project this year. Possibly taking that down to the beach. But let's see, what else did I do this week? I think that's about it. Got the antennas up. Yeah, I think that's about it. Did a little bit of cleanup, just in general, on some of the lines. So one thing I did do is we are now the northwest and northeast casts are both still facing the north. The north-south is facing south because I haven't really done any looks down south this week. On the 999 to 1053, so I thought this might be fun to do tonight. Let's take a look. We'll start off with the RSPdx, the Elad FDMS3 probably, with the two W6 LVP loops, trying that phasing approach and kind of see how that goes. I'm still kind of playing with it a little bit. You basically put both antennas in the exact same direction, and then you just try to phase those together to see if you can eliminate something that you don't want or hear something that you're trying to hear. Normally, when you have antennas, you're supposed to match the level of this unwanted signal in both antennas, but since they're both pointing in the same direction, and they're both, the same antenna basically with the same amount of gain, it's pretty easy to do that, actually. So that part, we'll be testing that out tonight, as well as the north-south stuff. So anyway, enough of me jawing here. Jabber-jawing? Talking? Haven't even had a chance to go up here and look at the chat yet and see what you guys are chatting about. We'll do that here in a few moments. Let's go ahead and dive in, though. We're about to get ready for our top of the hour time frame and the top of the hour alert. You guys know what that means. Bill, go ahead and sound the alarms here in a second. But first, this first hour of AMDX is brought to you by the International Radio Club of America, IRCAonline.org. It's time, my friends. All right, so let's do a tour of the shack here. We've got set up here. We got our Perseus with the Jaguar software. This is our northeast, northwest CAS antennas going through the phaser. They're vactrol controlled. Over here on screen 2, I've got my Elad FDMS3. This has got the W6 LVP loops going through the MFJ noise canceller phaser box. So we're going to start with that. We're going to start here and see what we can hear with a little bit of phasing on our loop antenna. So let's take a look at that here. Starting out, let's just look on 1,000. I'm sure we're going to have Mexico. That's what we've been hearing here on 1,000 here from the Gulf Coast is XEOY. Let's take a look. Yeah, Rick, I'm just kind of going back through the chat here. We definitely dodged a bullet on the weather last week. 2 miles from the house, less than 2 miles actually. A little EF1, I think, right by, and then obviously the EF3 that went through Araby and New Orleans East. That actually went over my old house I used to live in when I was a kid. Kind of crazy. So just using my phasing here on the W6 LVP loops, see what we can get in. Hold on 1 second. I want to see what I have here on the north south. All right. Let's see what we can hear. Yeah, Mike, that Gulf Tropo is otherworldly. And Keegan, you may have a shot at some tonight up in Arkansas, buddy. I don't know if it'll be as strong as last night, but they're forecasting something for us. So. Woo! Gosh. Now let's go back over here. I'll turn my phase here. Yep, there they are. So that ESPN is Chicago. I'm guessing that King of Wishful Thinking is going to be Radio Mill. Mike, I'm not sure if you have them right now. XEOY. I'm guessing the King of Wishful Thinking is probably Mexico. You've got ESPN in there. And I'm guessing this other station that sounds kind of news-ish talking is probably Oklahoma. They've been super loud. If I switch back over here to the Perseus, and we switch over to the northeast, Kaz. So here's the northwest. Actually, northwest, sorry. It's got to be KTOK. And then I switched northeast. There's Chicago. See if I can vactrol out Oklahoma enough here to make it count. Thanks, Mike. That's exactly what I figured it was. Thank you. Okay, so we're already in on 1,000. We got KTOK Oklahoma City, WMVP Chicago, XCOI in Mexico City. So we've already got 3 in on one frequency. Let's check out 1010, see what we got here on 1010 now. We're going to start northeast. My guess would be this is Jacksonville. Maybe JXL.
Points during this slide, and sure enough, you look at some of the numbers. Only 8.4 points per game in terms of second chance points during these last 9 games. That is dead last in the NBA over that 9-game stretch. And it's not just offensive rebounding either; it's just overall rebounding. They've grabbed just 47.4% of available rebounds during this 9-game slump that they've been on. And if you want to know,
let's go ahead and get out of alert mode now that we're past the top of the hour.
So again, it's just rebounding that has been a really big problem for them. And the turnovers have been a really big deal offensively for the Miami Heat during this slump that they have been on. Miami averaging 13.6 turnovers per game, turning it over on 14% of their offensive possessions. And sure enough, right, to get really nervous.
There we go.
When you're talking about turnovers,
that's the color scheme I'm used to.
5.26 points per play in transition off of steals, which is a really below average rate. So again,
oh, Charles, that is one that I want so bad. I heard them when I was in San Antonio back in the 90s. I also heard them in July when I was in Lake Forest. I very briefly heard them. I'm not sure if I got them in December. I haven't reviewed that recording yet, but I'm hoping that they're there, and I'm hoping to get them here, especially on this Northwest Kaz here. I really want Casper so bad.
Great contact, get to the free throw line type of guy. Lowry's not necessarily a dude who's going to create his own shot. He has the ability to, but he's not going to be the dude who consistently can do it on a possession-to-possession basis. So I think when you're talking about the flaws of this Miami Heat team that have kind of come out over the last 9 games, it's definitely watching them offensively, and it's watching them in terms of their half-court offense, because that has been a consistent problem throughout this entire regular season. But the defense, I think the defense kind of works itself out at this point, right? Because, again, the defensive rating, 115.7 per 100 possessions and non-garbage time minutes, it's really poor. But at the same time, when you're looking at this, right, there's a couple of things that stick out. 66.7% allowed within 4 feet of the basket, 46.1% on mid-range shots, which is extremely high. That's going to be something that corrects itself. The mid-range shooting, and especially high mid-range shooting over a 9-game stretch from opponents. And think about some of the opponents they have faced, like the Brooklyn Nets, who
Me too, Mike.
mid-range scorers and Kyrie Irving.
I have my little list of stuff out west that I desperately am trying to find, and that's one of them.
And they've only allowed opponents, because that 66.7% at the rim is really high, but they've only allowed opponents to take 31.9% of their attempts within 4 feet. So they're still keeping within 4
let's
feet of the
see.
basket.
This week I got 3 on 1,000. I was hoping for something else in there, but
It seems more dire for the Miami Heat.
I didn't have a lot of time at sunset, sunrise to really look at that frequency. I'm going to show you guys, actually, that reminds me, I'm going to show you here in a few moments a little thing that I've put together that I wanted to share with you all that I think you might like. A little logbook analysis tool that I've put together that I think is pretty cool. So yeah, I haven't had a chance to do sunset, sunrise this week very much, unfortunately, and I really, really wanted to because I know there's a lot here on sunrise and sunset that I'm missing that I haven't done yet. I've been doing a lot of overnight, a little bit of daytime, little bit of sunset, not a whole lot of sunrise, mostly just nighttime stuff, really. So this whole frequency range, I'm going to be going back through here again in the next couple of weeks and doing some sunset, sunrise looks at it because I think there's some stuff missing that I haven't gotten yet. Let's look real quick, actually, speaking of. So this is what I kind of pulled in this week. You see the 3 that I got here on 1000. I got 4 here on 1010. We got KBBW in Waco, WMOX up in Meridian, just to my north, WJXL over in Jacksonville, and my daytime station, WCKW in Garyville, Louisiana. I haven't pulled in XEH, or is it XEH? XEHL yet out of Mexico. I haven't done that yet. I've tried, and we may give it another shot here in a few moments, but I haven't heard them. So maybe I can swap the CAS around to the south and try it again. 1020 has been kind of a bust. I've heard KCKN in New Mexico, which is awesome. Okay, because that's my only New Mexico so far, and KDKA Pittsburgh. But I really thought I'd hear some more stuff there. So we're going to pay some more attention to that frequency over the next couple weeks. 3 here on 1030, one of these being new, KFAY. That was a new one for us. I heard last time in the 90s when I lived here in New Orleans. Hadn't heard them since. Got them this week. So that was really cool to add them back in. So we're going to throw the balloons for that here in a little bit. WBZ in Mexico City, and I just realized I got the wrong frequency or the wrong call sign. XEQR, Lloyd, not XEOY. Excuse me. Allergy season. So those are the 3 that we have here on 1030. 1040, we got WHO and WHBO down in Pinellas Park in Florida, as well as, let's see, what was the other one? No, just those 2. 1050 managed to find 3 here. KJBN, Little Rock, which was nice. That was a new one. XEG out of Monterey. That was not new, but WWIC in Scottsboro, Alabama. That was new. So added 2 new ones there, and then the 1 new one here on KFAY. I think that was the only new ones that I got this week. Yeah, the rest of those I already had. So 3 new ones this week added to the logbook, which was pretty cool. Actually, pretty cool. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to do a little bit of logbook analysis work together. And we're going to get back and do some more live AMDX as well. So I put together a little tool this week because I was, I'm really big on trying to maximize my logbook and make sure that I'm not missing anything, I'm not missing any opportunities to add new stuff to my logbook. So I'm constantly kind of looking at my log and saying, okay, where are my holes at? Where's the holes at? Where's the holes at? And I thought of one this week that I hadn't thought of before. Maybe I have, it's been a while though. But I made a little tool, and I'll show you guys the tool here in a bit. And let you take a look at it, and we'll see just how maybe helpful it can be here in just a few moments right here on DX Central Live. Stay tuned.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
From the pages of its DX Monitor member bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teak Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teakpublishing.com for more information. That's teakpublishing.com. Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
With DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
It's DX Central Live from the North Shore Studios here in Mandeville, Louisiana. Every Sunday night, right here on YouTube, at least for a couple more weeks. And we'll be wrapping up the season. Gearing up for FMDX season, which has kind of already started here. We got our Gulf Tropo. We had a couple of small openings since I moved here in September and started really DXing in October. A couple of small openings. But last night was the first big one that I can remember hearing. That was 587 miles into Reynosa. Got 500 and I think it was 57 into McAllen, Texas. So just across the border. I'm about to go grab that air check later on tonight and put that up on the YouTube channel here. We're going to be gearing up for FMDX season. I'm still toying with how I want to do live streaming for FMDX season if I can. Obviously it's with AMDX. If I say everybody meet here at Sunday night at 9 o'clock or 7 o'clock or whatever it is, 7:45 Central Time, everyone can show up, and any time of the day or year rather that I want to do that, there's going to be something to listen to on AM, right? If I tell everybody, hey, show up Sunday night at 7:45 during FMDX season, we may just be listening to New Orleans radio and being like, well, that's what radio in New Orleans sounds like. It's not very exciting, but when there's an opening, you have to be able to switch that on really quick. So there's that part, and then we've talked about the copyright stuff too. So still trying to figure out what I want to do with that. I'm toying with maybe either Twitter Live, I guess it's called Spaces now, maybe Facebook Live, Twitch maybe, I don't know. I just want to protect the channel. If I put up a Twitch feed and it gets pulled down, no harm, no foul. I'm fine. Or Facebook, if I get a penalty on Facebook or whatever, they're like, stop that now. Okay, I'm fine. But I can't lose the YouTube channel. That this thing has become, very, very important to me. So There we go. I mentioned before the break, I want to kind of talk a bit about some logbook analysis and what I've been doing with it here lately. So let's take a look here. I think I've shown you guys before. We'll get to the live AMDX here in a few moments, but I wanted to talk a bit about this because I think this is an important tool for me and anyone who kind of thinks like me, right? If you're one of those DXers that's trying to fill the gaps in your logbook, maybe you feel like you're kind of stuck, you don't really know where to turn next. This is a database that I put together in Microsoft Access. Don't ask me how I did it. I just kind of clicked around until I kind of figured it out. I'm sure there's some YouTube tutorials out there on Access, so this will not be an Access tutorial. But I just kind of figured it out and kind of just put this little logbook together for actually, I started in Charleston, and then here in New Orleans, I started keeping it up here as well. So I'll keep track of basic stuff like frequency, call sign, city, state, country, the date that I heard at the time, the power of the station at the time that I heard them, what the comments were, kind of what it was that I heard, what radio I used, what antenna I used, what time of day I heard them, what number was it here in Mandeville. Was it my first one, second one, whatever. Same thing with a lifetime. Have I heard them before lifetime? If I have, which KMOX here you see on screen, I've definitely heard them before, so I counted that. I didn't count that as a lifetime log because I've already gotten that as a lifetime log. But if it's something I hadn't heard before, ever, then I would add this to whatever the next number is on my lifetime. Any kind of additional notes that I want to include, kind of extra commentary. And here is mileage. Especially for graveyard, that's where I really kind of put it in was for graveyard. I don't really track mileage that much outside of that, other than the challenge. I do it for the challenge because we do our kind of who had the furthest catch of the week. But I haven't been really keeping track of it outside of graveyards. Graveyards, I'm very meticulous on mileage. And then did I record it? Do I have a recording of this that I can go back in and grab an air check if I need to or whatever? So that's just my basic database form that I fill out whenever I'm putting a log in. And then that leads to obviously this kind of big spreadsheet of everything. So I've actually gone in and I've exported that database to an Excel spreadsheet. And that is here. Okay. And once I have it in this Excel spreadsheet, I can do some pretty cool things. So again, this will not be an Excel tutorial, but I use pivot tables, which I do in my day job nonstop. I mean, that's pretty much what my job is talking to customers and pivot tabling data. So I use the pivot tables to kind of help me kind of look at the data. So as an example, one of the ones that I'm very keen on always keeping an eye on is how many stations have I heard per frequency. So I can pull this here, and then I put it on a new sheet. Again, I'm not going to do a tutorial here, but you guys would kind of get the drift. Oh, come on. There we go. And then I kind of sort it from low to high. From smallest to largest. And there, so I can see very clearly, okay, 1610, I've only logged one station. There's only one station to log. I'm trying to hear some TISs, but whatever. Then here's the ones that I've heard 2 on, here's the ones I've heard 3 on, and so forth. So I can very clearly see kind of any gaps that I have. And so these that you see here that I have only 2 on, those are ones that I'm trying to spend more time on because I want to get that up to 3. And any ones that I have 3 on, I'm trying to get those to 4, and so forth. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Anything you see on the 2 is where I'm kind of usually pulling my medium wave frequency challenge list stuff from. These are ones I kind of think about first. I'm like, where do I have a gap? Oh, look at that. I've only got 2 on that frequency. Let's go try that out. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So yeah, you can kind of look at it that way. And then I also do things like how many have I heard per state. So that's when I come over here and I say, okay, how many have I heard per U.S. state? Kind of look at it that way. Big surprise. Texas leads the way with 66. DX, I've heard 98 DX stations from here, which is fun. Speaking of, I can see how many I have per country, and that also leads me to how many countries I've heard, as well as how many states. So all this is just me kind of showing you, this is kind of my process and when I do my logbook analysis. But the cool thing I put together this weekend, this is what I'm really happy about and proud of. As I got to thinking, I was like, yeah, I've looked at the by frequency and I can see how many I have per frequency. But when have I DX'd that? Because that makes a difference, right? If let's say I've heard 2 stations and one of those is a daytimer, one of those is a nightimer, what have I not done? I've ignored gray line completely. That means there's probably quite a bit there. So let's not do any nighttime stuff on that frequency for now. Let's put some time on that for gray line. So how do I do that? Well, one of the things that I track is time of day. And so I can look at this and I can say, based on a daytime, nighttime, sunrise, sunset, because I put that in there. Whenever I put something in the logbook, I say, what time of the day was it that I was logging that when I heard them? Sunrise, daytime, sunset, nighttime. So then I put that together, and then I have my little spreadsheet, my pivot table here, and then I put that into another sheet, and then I made this. So this is my sheet that I now am kind of working off of. Anything you see in red means I have not logged anything on that frequency during that time of day. Now, it may be perfectly fine. I'm not looking at daytime. Daytime is daytime. Whatever you get, you get. Whatever you don't have, big up. I'm not going to hear anything on the 650 on daytime. From here in Louisiana, there's just nothing to hear. So I think, I can look at this, though, and I can see, okay, where are the things that I've missed? And maybe, 650 is a good example. Maybe sunrise, sunset, nighttime, it's all WSM all day long. That's all I got. Okay. But at least I can see that that's a gap, and I can go explore that, and I can maybe put a note next to it to say, gray line checked all WSM, right? So I can just do that for myself, so I can make sure that I don't say, okay, I keep going back to it. No. I can notate what I've heard there and kind of let it be there. So yeah, this is a little tool that I put together. So just something to think about for your own logbook work that you might do if you're analyzing your workbook and trying to your logbook rather, and kind of see what you've heard. Look at it by time of day of when you heard it. And yeah, you can look at the hour, but hey, 7 o'clock in the summertime and 7 o'clock in wintertime in January are 2 different things, right? So you have to do math and kind of think about it, or you can just put a field in your logbook and just say it's sunrise, sunset, daytime at the time that I received it. And the rule of thumb I use is 2 hours before to 2 hours after sunrise, sunset. That's the period. So it's a 4-hour window. So yeah, this is something I put together. And then the yellows for sunrise and sunset, if I've only heard one station on there, I marked it yellow. That means I want to do some more. I've heard something there and that's cool, but I need to do some more. And then 1 or 2 stations at nighttime, because nighttime you spend more time there, right? So if I've logged 2 stations at nighttime, there's probably some more to look at there, but maybe not. I don't know. We'll see. But the reds are very easy to see, and you'll see here how much red there really is. I mean, look at this one, 1180. I logged 2 at sunset. I've never done anything there at night, just because I've got radio rebellion there, and it just kind of wipes out the channel when I'm pointing south. Maybe something northwest, maybe something northeast. Maybe I need to take a look at that. 1190, I've done 2 in the sunrise, but nothing sunset, nothing nighttime. That's odd, right? Maybe the 2 that I've got sunrise, that's all I got. No, there's more there. I know there is. So this just helps me kind of see very, very clearly when I've put something in the logbook, what time of the day did I do it? Where are those holes? Where is that going to be fruitful for me to spend my time? Because I can just keep banging away at nighttime on the same frequencies over and over and get frustrated and be like, there's nothing new for me to hear. Clearly there is. I've only got 450 stations here. There's a lot more there that I could be hearing. I know there is. I just got to put in the time and get creative on when I spend my time doing my DX. So a tool like this, super, super helpful. So highly recommend, if you haven't put anything into an electronic version yet for your logbook, I highly recommend that you look at doing that, because it can make a huge, huge difference in being able to do your analysis, especially if you're quick with a pivot table or Excel spreadsheets and kind of know how to do filtering and VLOOKUPs and all that kind of different stuff. If you've got the Excel skills, if you don't, YouTube, hey, right where we're at right now. YouTube is where I learned a lot of my stuff. But yeah, if you have some Excel skills or can learn them, then definitely, and access to, or whatever database you might use, or whatever kind of, just make it right in Excel as a spreadsheet, whatever works best for you. Point is, put something in electronic form. That way you can do stuff like this much, much easier, and it helps you identify those gaps. Maybe you're using a program like Extreme DX or Extreme Logbook. I forget the name of it off the top of my head. Extreme Log. There's an AM shortwave DX logbook out there. Maybe you use some professional software like that you bought. Maybe you made something on your own. Whatever it is, put something electronic. That way you can do that analysis very easily, spot your gaps in your logbook, and then that'll help you go get more stuff in your logbook. Speaking of getting more stuff in the logbook, we had a successful week, like I said, 3 new ones this week in the log. So again, I know you guys have been chatting away up here while I've been yammering on, so I probably missed. If you have a new station logged this week, a new state logged this week, a new country logged this week, drop it in the chat now, and we'll celebrate with you here in a second. We did the 3 new stations this week. Let me grab the logbook here. Let's see, did I get anything else besides those? I think I did. I still do keep a paper log, by the way, because I'm weird. I don't just do the electronic. I do the paper as well. Oh, I did find. I don't know how I missed this one. I had not logged WMVP in Chicago yet. I hadn't put them in the logbook yet from New Orleans, from Mandeville. So I don't know how I missed that. But that was technically a new one for me this week, because I hadn't put them in the logbook yet. I don't know why. Anyway, for anyone who might have logged a new station this week, let's celebrate. Yes. All right, let's get back to the DX. Enough of Lloyd sitting here taking up all of our time talking. There's great DX out there. It's bottom half of the hour. What are we doing? Let's go over here and take a look on the Perseus. And I'm going to kick us over onto 1020. Actually, no, let's go back to 1010. I was kind of exploring that a bit. Let's take a look at 1010 and see what we have over here on the Perseus.
Mid-South Welding on Highway 11 is a huge selection of welding supplies, abrasive products, grinding wheels, cutting wheels, and the largest selection of welding helmets around. Industrial tools, industrial maintenance supplies, safety glasses, streamlined flashlights, and the best selection of gloves in the area. Mid-South Welding carries industrial and medical gases. Helium is a full warranty, non-warranty service repair center on all major brands of welding machines, plasma cutters, cutting equipment, and regulators. We offer fire extinguisher sales and service too, and carry Grizzly coolers. Whether you're a steel fabricator, construction contractor, vocational student, or do-it-yourself or home hobbyist or farmer, Mid-South has you covered. And we promote products made in the USA. Mid-South Welding Supply, Highway 11 by San Marcos, Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 5. Or
Again, documentation, getting a seed why that matters is for Charlotte. For those who don't remember what these playing rules, 7-8, you only got to win 1 to get in. 9-10, you got to win 2 to get in. So getting that 8 seed, although you'd be on the road against a team either Cleveland, Toronto, or Chicago, it would be very important to get there because you two.
Okay, whoever that was talking about the welding there.
1 if you're in the 9-10 range. So, what I wanted to talk about was Cleveland.
Did they say good south?
Market when it comes to yes, no, make the playoffs, and coming into today over at DraftKings, the Cleveland Cavaliers, yes minus 310 to make it to the postseason, no plus 220, and that's the first one.
I don't see a good south welding online right now.
On Saturday,
oh, look at this! I'm on the Jaguar software. I can just rewind.
Helmets around. And don't invite you to Mid-South Welding. Locally.
I have a feeling this is MOX and Meridian, but we're going to check.
Randy and Rusty Gordon invite you to Mid-South Welding. Locally owned and operated by their family over 40 years. See the quality
Mid-South Welding is Meridian, Mississippi.
Mid-South Welding on Highway 11 is a huge selection of welding supplies, abrasive products, grinding wheels, cutting wheels, and the largest selection of welding helmets around. Industrial tools, industrial maintenance supplies.
Mid-South, not good South, Mid-South.
Streamlight flashlights, and the best selection.
That's WMOX.
Mid-South Welding carries industrial and medical gases. Helium is a full warranty, non-warranty.
I'm pretty sure.
On all major brands of welding machines, plasma cutters, cutting equipment, and regulators. We offer fire extinguishers.
Now I'm going to swap it over to the Northwest wire. So that was the Northeast.
Percentage of minutes played 1-9. When Evan Mobley is playing power forward, the net rating is +1, but the key difference is defensively for the Cleveland Cavaliers. With Evan Mobley at power forward,
That's sports. I'm sure that's probably CBS Sports and JXL in Jacksonville.
113.7. Their offense is better because there's some mismatches, right? When you're playing the 5, if you're Evan Mobley, who's much more athletic than opposing bigs, you can take him out of the perimeter, you can beat him off the bounce a little bit.
So check this out. This is why I love Kaz antennas. How directional they are, right? This is my northeast southwest antenna. Northwest southeast. And I can improve that with my vactrol. There we go. No Jacksonville anymore. I love all my little tools. You don't have to have Vactrols and Kazes and Jaguars and the Perseuses and phasers and all this. You don't have to have all this. I've DX for years without any of this stuff. However, when I started doing DX Central, I made a promise to myself that I was going to do an extra bit so that I could show people that these things were obtainable. Because I was always scared to go down these roads. I was terrified of Vactrols and Kazes and Wellbrook amplifiers and transformers. I was terrified of going down that road. I was like, I don't know any of that kind of stuff. I'm just going to, no. I got my little portable radio, and that's all I need. And that, for many people, that is all you can use, and it works great. But if you have even a modicum, just the ability to grasp a couple concepts, this stuff is within reach. Rick. Yes. Alakazam. Alakavactrol. But that was, seriously, that was a big part of why I wanted to do this whole stuff what I do with DX Central, was to show every DXer, no matter your skill level or how long you've been doing it, if you're not using this stuff and you have the ability or the room or the funds or whatever, you just don't have the confidence or knowledge, I can give you that. That's easy. This stuff is actually not that hard. You just have to either have the money to buy the products or build them. You have to have the space enough to be able to put up some sort of antenna outside. Or, in the case of, if I don't have room, let's say I didn't have room for my Kaz antennas. All I could put up was 2 W6 LVP loops on either end of a balcony. Now, not ideal. Not ideal to have them that close together, but if that's all you got, it's all you got, right? You work with what you got. Even that, in and of itself, is going to help you be able to DX better. If that's all you can do, that's still an improvement over what you probably had before. So taking 2 loop antenna, even a U-loop, taking 2 U-loops, put them on a balcony on an apartment, put them outside on a little tripod stand or a PVC H stand, this MFJ 1026 phaser box, which is really not that expensive overall. I mean, it's within reach with a little bit of stashing back some cash. Plug those 2 in, to your AirSpy HF Plus Discovery or whatever SDR, whatever you're using. And then with the phaser, I can basically sit here and steer it. Now let's do what's on 1010. What do I want to chase here? They're daytime only, and that's what I need to check for actually. Utah? Do I want to try Utah? I've never heard them before. Oh, 194 watts at night. Never mind. What's a good one out west on 1010, y'all? See, Stephanie's my voucher here. 2 Wellbrooks phased on a porch. She hears great stuff out in California from all over. She heard Cuba in California. Was it Rebeldy? I think it was Rebeldy, wasn't it? What's a good West Coast or out west something, Northwest, Midwest, 1010? Colorado, that's on right now. You said Colorado, KSIR? Okay. I don't know if we'll hear it, but 280 watts. Let's give them a shot. They are at 316 degrees for me. So we're going to take this remote. And then fine tune this one. Okay. So we're at 310, 320 degrees in here, somewhere in there. Because it's not a super precise one on the rotor. So now we're pointing roughly in the direction of Colorado. Let's just give it a shot. Maybe we'll hear, maybe we won't. I don't know.
Eastern Conference play-in race. Let's talk about the Western Conference play-in race. Let's talk about what's from players.
And they do.
To wrap up the first hour, when we come back, and in the second hour, we start to look at Monday. And don't worry, it is hard.
They're religious. EWTN.
For those who know, I like Constitution. We'll get to the Final Four as well.
Nope. Try again. I'm on the wrong one. Look at Utah again. Farm radio? Farm radio? Okay.
It's time. Combine multiple bets together within one game for bigger payouts. Introducing Same Game Parlay from DraftKings Sportsbook. It's a whole new ballgame. Wait, no it's not. It's the same game. Parlay. Now turn any game into a big game. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Parlay your way with an official sports betting partner of the NBA and make it rain.
All right, let's do this first. 61. 56. Okay, so we're going to do this one.
Jason.com/podcast to start listening for free today. Let's have lunch with Leon.
Former Jacksonville Pro Bowler Leon Searcy is serving up lunch on XL Primetime.
Right up there.
Brought to you by Wings.
All right, let's get rid of him.
Noon till 1:30 on 1010 XM. When you owe the IRS.
So clearly that's Jacksonville, by the way.
Call J. David Tax
In case you
Law
couldn't
for
tell.
effective tax representation. Never trust your tax problem to a so-called tax resolution company that doesn't employ attorneys. We are a firm of experienced tax attorneys that has successfully represented over 10,000 clients. Call 904-507-4777. That's 904-507-4777. Or visit jdavidtaxlaw.com to schedule a no-cost consultation.
That little indicator light is telling you get an oil change. For how long now? But you're busy, and auto service takes time. So how about hurry on over to a famous quick lube right now? 12 locations.
There's stuff in there.
With super fast oil change service while you wait comfortably in your own
64.5.
oil change service at your convenience. Visit Famous Quick Lube, servicing every customer like they're famous.
Ticket here. I can't believe people are moving in and out and all. What a
There we go. Let's see if we can get him. It's 280 watts. Farm radio 1010, that's what we're shooting for here. So let's see what we got. Jacksonville's still in there. Sometimes you'll phase out the station and then the skywave propagation kind of shifts a bit. The angles, it kind of comes at different angles on you. And phasing it out isn't as easy. You have to rephase them. Oh, I hate these things. There we go. Put my labels on my vactrol boxes here. My guess, this is probably Waco. Life-changing radio, KBBW.
Severe and fatal poisons in cats. So common pet poisons and toxins, you need to be aware of them. We love our pets.
Because they are at 284 degrees, and right now we're at 310-ish. So they're definitely within the beam width of this loop array that we have here.
Poisonous substance, seek immediate veterinary treatment, or call the ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center or Pet Poison Helpline. I'll tell you the numbers, but obviously you can easily look them up online. The ASPCA Animal Poison Control Center, 888-426-4435, 888-426-4435, Pet Poison Helpline, 855-764-7661, Animal Poison Control Center and Pet Poison Helpline. Put these numbers in your phone, tape it to your refrigerator. People do that anymore. Leave the numbers to your pet center. That's a good idea. Leave them to your pet center. Give them to your friends. The ACC Animal Poison Control Center is probably your best resource for any animal poison-related emergency.
I may be just reaching here, but I would imagine talking about poison centers for pets and animals, farm radio. Right? Would anyone else think that? good point, Bill. Let me see. I don't know if there's any brokered stations. Or, well, maybe it wouldn't have to be brokered station, but... If I hear this station, you guys know I'm going to flip out, right? They're talking about horses and zebras. I mean, do they have a stream anyone can check out for us? Yeah, zebras and horses. This is either some kind of public Radio 1 type thing from Alberta, or farm radio, man, right? I'm serious. If I end up getting this station, I'm going to lose it. It's going to be... Fog could be an issue for our morning commute. That tells me one thing. Already people are seeing tropo ducks here on the Gulf Coast, side to side, the entire Gulf. Woof.
Baby zebras are called foals. When the fowls are between 1 and 3 years old, the males leave the family group to join bachelor herds, and they live and stay in the bachelor group until they're strong enough to start competing for females. The predators of the zebras include the big cats, the cheetahs, the leopards, and the hyenas.
I'm trying on my phone, but I don't see anything on live stream for them. I'm trying to pull up the tune in now, it's not working. A little bit of a fade here. Farm Radio 1010 here. Let's see if this one works. Install the app. If I did that every time, you mean apps I'd have on my phone? Nah. Try it on my computer. or anybody who has like a stream in that area would work as well. Like a Kiwi's SDR or something like that. Ah, dang, yeah. I don't see anything up there.
Let's see. It is going to be habitat loss. Humans are the biggest threat to zebra populations. Like nearly all
Let's just hope. Look, if it's not KSIR, I'm fine. Because this is probably someone I've never heard before, so I'm good. If it's CBR in Calgary, I'll be even better. If I hear that CBC1 ID. We're going to be announcing the new frequency of the week here in just a few moments. And going to top of the hour time frame right here. I'm going to stay on 1010. Jacksonville's still kind of sticking around here. I need to update my equipment up here at the top, don't I? I just realized I hadn't done that yet. For next week, I'll have that done.
Okay. In Britain, there are zebra crossings. Have you heard of that? It's a pedestrian crossing that's marked on the road with painted black and white stripes. In the 1960s, there was a product you might have had when you were a kid with the zebra.
Let's do this.
Colored stripes on the package of the
It's top of the hour time frame. This hour of live AMDX brought to you by National Radio Club. NationalRadioClub.org is where you want to go for more information. It's time, folks. Top of the hour alert coming to you right now. Let's go ahead and fire up. We got the Elad FDMS 3. I'm going to go ahead, though. We're going to announce our new frequency of the week. We're going to jump to that here in just a few moments as well. Let me hit record here on my Elad. I don't want to miss anything here on this one in case an ID comes up and we've got something juicy. Come on. When I'm running OBS Studio and Jaguar and Excel and online and everything else, it just kind of bogs it all down a little bit. There we go. Okay. Our new frequency of the week. Get your shovels, my friends. Get your shovels out because we're going digging. We're going back digging in the graveyard one more time, at least one more time before we wrap up this season. We are going to go hit up 1450 kilohertz this week. So I'll put the link to the new Google form in here in a few moments. 1450 is our new frequency of the week. Let's finish up here on 1010, and then we'll pop over there to 1450. You still have time, Troy. I'll leave it open for a little bit if you want to submit your logs from last week, from this past week. Whoa, what? What National Guard?
Everybody should be concentrated over one goal to make sure that Ukraine is capable, financially stable to resist and defend until the political solution, how to restore the territorial
frustration.
Ukraine and a peace around Europe
Yes.
is there.
MOX.
Calling for more action by the White House to cripple Russia's economy. Wyoming Senator
All that excitement, all that anticipation for MOX.
We in the United States are still buying you.
Damn. Damn. Let's go to 1450 here, our new frequency of the week. See if that will lift our spirits any. .93 point what? 93.9. All right, let me pull up 93.9 and 1450 and see what comes up here on the old Google, the Michael Google. Come on, Michael Google, where you at? 93.9 FM, 1450 AM. Gets me, I got a WOL. That's a possibility here. Where is that? Washington, D.C.? I don't think so. Oh, that is D.C., isn't it? Yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, let's go back again. 93.9, 1450. I think I heard a sports radio. Possibly Louisville. Let's do it again. I'm not sure if that ESPN is the 1450 93.9. Let's do this again. See, I think he just said news radio. Listen to it again, and let's swap it over to lower sideband and see if it's any better and lower. Nope, he said ESPN radio. You can hear it very clearly on the lower sideband. Going to show this technique is extremely valuable. Back again. Let's do it. So that's ESPN radio. So we're going to add that to our Boolean stream here. I'm thinking this could be Louisville, you guys. That's where's the Louisville station? Jeffersonville, XVW. Nope. Where is it at? I don't see it. There's an ESPN 102.7 in Glasgow, Kentucky. But my Google search here turned me up a little, keeps turning me up actually, a 93.9 1450 Louisville mention here. Let's do it again. It's only on the next time slot here. I heard a 101.7. Wow. There's like 3 IDs in there, and they're all blurring together. Okay, we got a 93.9 1450 ESPN radio. Know that for a fact. Let's try that one more time. It could be 92.9. Could it be 92, or is it solid 93, you think? That's 3. That's a 3. And then it's just gone. I mean, so clear in there, in the mush, and then let's do a 92.9 look just to make sure. Guess what? No. Nope, never mind. I was about to get excited for a second. It ain't excitable. List of ESPN radio affiliates. How about it? Let's do this. There's a Florence, Alabama. It's a 93.9. Wow, they could be in a whole other city, though. I don't see any ESPN. This is going to be a needle in the haystack. One more time. Okay, now I hear 92. That time I heard 92 very clearly. So my tired ears from being up until 4 o'clock in the morning doing FMDX starting to mess with me. Let's do this again. I feel like that's 93, but those last couple times I hear 2. Maybe it's because I want to hear it 2, because I haven't been able to figure out the 3. There's a call sign in here at the end. For the first time, I just heard the 6. Bill, I just heard the 6 for the first time. Let me go back in. Let me push these 20-year-old Sony 7506 MDR 7506 headphones a little bit closer to the ears here. I keep going back and forth. Now I heard the 2 again. Let me try it in upper sideband again. I might play with my filtering here in a second if this doesn't help. Oh, it's super clear in upper sideband. Super clear. That's a 3. Oh, there's a city there, or a call sign. There's something right there at the end of it. Listen, listen, listen. There's something right there at the after the 93. The 93 is absolute at this point, based on what I'm hearing in upper sideband. That's absolute. There's no doubt. He says 93. Listen to it again. I heard Arkansas. Maybe. Did I hear Arkansas? I don't see an Arkansas ESPN. Nope. I don't think he said Arkansas. It sounded something kind of like it. Oh, guys, I think you're. Hold up. I think you're getting close. Okay. I'm hearing Marshall too, Paul. I'm hearing Marshall there at the end. Remember what I thought it was Arkansas? Marshall. I mean, that's a. Oh, you didn't talk like that here in the South. All of our words kind of come together. That's a 93, though, guys. That's a 93. For sure. I'm hearing a 93 there. I mean, maybe my college years are starting to come up to, catch up with me here, but KHMT Marshall, 1450 AM. They have a 103.9 FM affiliate. Listen. I hear the N Marshall. Absolute. That's. So 1450 and 96.9 FM are the AM and the FM translator. 103.9 is the FM KMHT, which is a country station. So they wouldn't be doing 103.9. So it's got to be 96.9. Right? Let me try tightening up the old, or let's widen out the filter a little bit, reduce some of the bassiness, see if that gives us a little clarity here. I'm hearing a 3 still, guys. I mean, it could be a 6. It could be, but I'm hearing a 3 there. But I mean, he could be saying it in such a way that it kind of disguises it like a 6. I mean, you know, it happens. I thought Marshall was Arkansas. Even in AM mode, it sounds like 93. I'm hearing 93 there. Absolutely. I mean, I don't think I can put this in the logbook. I want to add that into the logbook, but I don't think I can. Because I swear I hear a 93.9. I mean, it very well could be 96, but I feel like that's 93. I really want to put that in the logbook. But my ears just don't hear the 96 at all. I think that's going to be one I'm going to have to explore again and come back to. I absolutely hear the Marshall. No doubt in my mind I hear him say, sounds like Marshall. But good night, Carl. Thanks for stopping by, man. Let's take a quick break. I'm going to rest the ears for a second. We'll come back to it with a fresh set, take the earphones off for a few moments, see what we hear. And see if we can put that one to rest before we go crazy. What do you think? That might work? I hope it will. All right, let's take a quick break. We'll be right back with more DX Central Live right after this.
DX Central, because we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central. DX Central Live is brought to you in part by...
Since 1933, the National Radio Club has been serving AMDXers while providing some of the most in-depth information in the hobby. From the annual NRC AM log, a must-have reference for domestic station information, to antenna design reference manuals, and of course, the DX News Member Bulletin, which is filled with station information updates, domestic and international loggings, and a whole lot more. Become a member today. For more information, log on to nationalradioclub.org. That's nationalradioclub.org. While the HF bands can be filled with entertaining and intriguing transmissions, how do you know when and where to look? Let Teague Publishing's Global Radio Guide lead the way. In addition to its exhaustive list of time and frequency for international broadcasters, radio hobby icon Gail Van Horn brings you equipment reviews, an SDR buyer's guide, feature articles, and more. Pick up your copy today. Visit teaguepublishing.com for more information. That's teaguepublishing.com. From the pages of its DX Monitor Member Bulletin, members of the International Radio Club of America share their domestic and international AMDX loggings. In its Mexican log, a wealth of information can be found of stations from south of the border. Technical guides, sunrise, sunset maps, and more make the IRCA a must-join for any AMDXer. For more information, log on to ircaonline.org. That's ircaonline.org.
Through crashes of static in quiet hours, we listen. In languages we can scarcely understand, and of places we have only visited in our dreams, we listen. Incessantly, we perfect our array of aerials, receivers, and resources. We refine our skills and our techniques so that we might listen. We are DX Central, and we're all about radio. Visit us at dxcentralonline.com or check us out on YouTube. Search DX Central.
DX Central. Follow us on Twitter at DX Central.
From the DX Central North Shore Studios, this is DXC Live. Now here's your host, Lloyd Van Horn.
I got the Q-tip out, dug out the ears a little bit. I know that's horrible for your ears. I know, Mom. So yeah, got the ears rested a little bit. Let's see if we can stretch this out of here. Get stretched out, get loose, get limber. See if we can pull this out of the 1450. I want to add a new one to the logbook. So far on 1450, I have logged 2 stations. Remember I told you that the 2-station thing was kind of a clue, right? Well, here you go. So on 1450 so far, I have logged. If I end up saying Marshall, Texas, I'm going to lose it. Crowley, Louisiana, KSIG, and Clarksdale, Mississippi, WROX. Neither of which I believe are ESPN. No, neither of which are ESPN that I'm aware of. At least I didn't hear anything. Didn't mention anything in ESPN in my logging. So let's take a look and see if we can pull this out real quick. So I just put the Google form link in for 1450. That way we can start submitting logs. And I just put up on my Twitter feed again. If you're not following me on Twitter, make sure you do subscribe. Again, follow me on Twitter, twitter.com/DXCentral. Subscribe, got the right term that time. Subscribe to youtube.com/C/DXCentral. That's where you're at right now, by the way. So while you're here, why don't you hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icons to be notified when we do something new. Put up air checks, FM seasons here. I just uploaded an FM air check from last night I heard from Mexico for a nice Tropo opening, 587-mile Tropo reception. Tropo conditions are already starting up, so we're about to turn over and do some FMDX here in a little bit and get that going. But yeah, make sure you subscribe here to the channel as well so be notified when we put up new videos. I'm working on my new FSL. My ferrite rods came in from Ukraine. Thank you, Ukraine folks, for making this American's dream come true while you were in the midst of so much turmoil. You managed to find a way to get little old me to get his ferrite rods you ordered. I'm speechless. So we'll be working on that this summer, putting together the FSL antenna. Obviously, some videos will come out of that, as well as some other little projects that I'm working on. Wink, wink, nod, nod. Just put up the new antennas this weekend. Some antenna videos may come out of that. Wink, wink, nod, nod. So yeah, going to be some great stuff coming on the channel, so make sure you subscribe. I haven't really had time to put up much content lately, and I feel horrible about that because I like to put up at least something every month, if not more, quickly than that. But it's been a little bit tight on time lately with some day job stuff. But we're getting there. So DXCentralOnline.com is the website if you want to get more information about DXing, AM, FM DX, equipment reviews, propagation stuff, all kinds of great stuff. A whole huge bunch of links up there for all kinds of resources. So make sure you check that out. Just saw our friend Paul logged a Peruvian on shortwave last night from Alaska. I love the tropical bands, man. That's my mom. You guys know, mom's a shortwave guru. She's actually working on the new global radio guide right now. She just started. We had a little company meeting the other day on the phone, and for Teak Publishing, and we were kind of going over our plan for the global radio guide for this second edition, the summer edition. Not second. It's like I forget how many editions we're in now. It's the summer edition though. We just had the fall one come out before the end of the year, but now we're on to summer. So twice a year, she puts out the GRG. She's working on that now. So, yes, I grew up doing the whole tropical band stuff. She was always staying up late listening to South Pacific tropical band stations down into Peru and South America. And that's kind of what sparked my interest in Latin American DX and why today I am so obsessed with Latin American DX on AM. That kind of started from my mom and her hunt of the tropical stuff. So, all right. Yeah, day job stuff's not fun, Bill. It's okay. I take that back. It's fun. I do like my job. It's my favorite job I've had of all the jobs that I've had since I was in the media industry. That was the most fun. Radio and newspaper was just, I miss it so much. I miss being on the radio. I miss being in the newspaper. I miss all the things that come with those. Those were the best jobs I've ever had. Especially, to be honest, the newspaper was actually my favorite. But what I'm doing now is still pretty great. So it's just time consuming and taxing right now because there's a lot on the plate. So let's go back in here and look at this 1450 before we adjourn. We are going to take a look again and see. I think in AM mode it sounded pretty much close to a 93.9. I know there's a 96.9, 1450 ESPN radio and Marshall. We think we heard Marshall at the end of this sequence. Let's go back and listen to it again, starting with AM mode. Okay, I couldn't hear the Marshall very well on that one, but again, I'm kind of hearing the 93. Let's go back again. Let's take our stock preset here. I swear he's saying 93. Every time I turn around, I'm hearing 93 here. That's a 3. I know we're obsessing over this, but dang it, I want to add something to the logbook tonight. That's a 3, guys. That's got to be a 3. But there's the in Marshall. That's the Marshall. Is there another Marshall in another state somewhere? I see a Marshall, Texas. There's a Marshfield, Wisconsin, which is a good time oldie stage. These graveyarders are this is what you have to deal with, right? Let me do ESP. Let me do this. ESPN 1450. I got a Baton Rouge. Don't tell me. No, it's not. Okay. I was about to be very upset with myself. 93.9. I'm not getting any hits on it, though. I'm not getting any hits here. Other than some stations moving markets, or University of Louisville moving markets. That includes a 93.9 and a 1450 and WGTK on 970. I'm not seeing a 1450 93.9 combination when I do a Google search. Let's tighten up the filter, see if that makes any difference. We'll make it bassier. Maybe it'll make it less clear and that'll somehow help. Would you believe it? That's the first time I've actually heard 6. That's the first time. I hear the 6 as clear as day now. Listen to it. That's a 6. That's it. That's them. That's KHMT or KMHT. We'll get it right. KMHT, Marshall, Texas. That's them. No doubt in my mind. That's exactly what he just said. I'm going to do it one more time just for prosperity. So, if you're watching this live stream, either live or after the fact, and you're wondering, why did Lloyd put that station in his logbook? Listen, right here. This is why. There it is. That's the 6. That was the 6. Finally. Those are those ones that just wear you out. That's why the graveyarders can be so much fun, but also so damn frustrating when you're sitting there trying to pull that out of the weeds like that. So we're going to go ahead and put this now in the logbook, and I'll show you guys so that you can see how we do it here. 1450 AM, KMHT, Marshall, Tejas, USA, 327, and this was right at 2100 kilowatt. This was on the Perseus, and we did this, what antenna were we on? Northwest. I mean, pointing right at them, so that makes sense. That would be them. Time of day, nighttime. This was number 454. Lifetime number 1618. Mileage. Let's take a look. Let's take a gander at the old mileage here. It's on my AM radio. How far is it between? This is the one that I use on the Google Forms. It's not perfect. There's some times where you can't find a city that you're trying to. So then I'll Google what's close next to it and kind of just approximate. Doesn't have to be exact. 989 miles. What? Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What you talk? Hey, that's not right. Marshall, Texas is not in Michigan, guys. Remember I was just saying it's not perfect? Let's see if that one is the right one. There we go. That's better. 295 miles. I was like, 900 miles to Texas? No. 289. That's 95. That's a lot more like it. 295 miles. There we go. So we added the new one to the logbook tonight. If all I do is add one new station to the logbook, the entire DX session that I've done is redeemed. If I don't add one, I'm not going to feel bad about it, because, I mean, that happens sometimes. But if I add one, then I feel like I accomplished something. So there we go. So I just put up on Twitter the new Google Form link. I'm going to go here in a little bit. and I'll put it out on the various Facebook groups. That way you guys can all... I also put it in the chat here a few moments ago. So, yeah, just make sure you keep an eye out either on Twitter, on the email reflectors, on the Facebook groups, wherever. I'll put the link up, and then sometime Monday, Tuesday, I'll put the results from week 18 up. Get that analyzed. So, all right. We're going to go ahead and cut it because we got some FMDX to go do. Well, I got a Tropo opening, and I got to work tomorrow, so I don't want to stay up too late. So it's time to go hit the FM band. So thank you to all my friends for joining us tonight. You guys have been so supportive all season long, and I really do thank you for that. And it continues here as we kind of navigate down towards the end of the season here with May 1st around the corner. You guys have had such great response to the frequency challenges. I've loved seeing every one of the logs. We're going to do this again May 1st, by the way, so don't worry. This isn't the end, this is just me kind of preparing, I guess, for that. But I just want to tell you guys know, thank you for your support. It's been a lot of fun so far this season. We have a handful of episodes left, and then we'll start doing FMDX for the summer and doing our summer projects and getting ready for season 3, which I've already got some stuff planned for that I want to really kind of roll out. So did some tests of some different things this year that I wanted to kind of make more permanent for next year. So thank you to all of my friends here for joining. Thank you to NRC. Thank you to IRCA for your support of sponsoring the live stream as well. No money exchanged hands. It's just I said, hey, would you guys want to be involved here? And me say, promote the clubs. And they're like, yeah, of course. So I want to make sure the clubs get as much promotion and recognition as possible. So have fun, my friends. Go hit 1450 hard. Troy and anyone else who needs to add anything from this last week from the 993 to 1053, you've got about another 20 minutes or so if you haven't put your logs in. I'll leave it up till about 10 o'clock Central, 0300 UTC, our old time we used to have. I'll leave it up till then or so. That way you have time to put the logs in and let us know what you heard because we want to hear it. Take care, my friends. 73, Best of DX. Now let's go hit the other bands. It's FM time, my friends. Take care, 73.
This is DX Central Live.